what I have been through in uni was basically no AI. I could say probably no AI meant تعب أكثر. This does not mean that I am against AI. That's the complete opposite. I'm a lecturer, and you guys know, that is pro AI, go for it. It's there for us to use, however, to use ethically. Not only that, but we have to learn how to use it.
أهلا وسهلا فيكم في بودكاست RUWConnect. في هالبودكاست بنشارككم قصص وتجارب الناس اللي حوالينا ورواد الأعمال من أفكار وتنفيذ بكل صراحة وواقعية.
Welcome to RUWConnect. Today we're finding the common thread between academic excellence and the people who make it happen. Joining us is a faculty member, د.فجر دانش. She's the assistant professor at the College of Business and Law. She's also the acting director of marketing at the Royal University for Women. We'll be getting candid with د.فجر about the highs and lows of a classroom, the realities of balancing two high-pressure roles, and the moments that keep her inspired to mentor the next generation. Stay connected. The conversation starts now.
دكتورة فجر، نورتينا، احنا وايد مستانسين بوجودك معانا.
النور نوركم، وأنا شخص جدا فخور ويعتز في أنه يشوف طلابه موجودين and they're interviewing me. That's number one. Number two, أحب أشكركم أن you guys were very eager to start the RUW podcast and the RUWConnect. It does not only show that you guys are willing to support RUW, it also shows that you guys from the inside are self-driven. Not only that, but you do have the capacity to look into a camera and speak.
Thank you so much دكتورتنا.
Thank you.
دكتورتنا واستاذتنا، وايد ناس لما يشوفون مسيرتك المهنية يركزون على المسمى والمنصب، بس احنا ودنا نعرف جزء من حياتك اللي ما حد او مو الكل يعرف عنها، واللي تحسين انه فعلا شكلت شخصيتك كقائدة واكاديمية.
If we go back, احنا ما قاعد نشوف بس ان شلون فجر بدت كأكاديمي مثل ما تقولين. I think اللي صدق shaped my personality within all of this are two things. أول شيء التربية طبعاً, my mom and dad and how they placed their leadership within me and their leadership. يسعدك. Number two, it's living abroad. أتوقع الغربة again made us really bear the responsibilities. فشخص يعيش في غربة for around a good 10 years, you do have a lot to be accountable for. اسمك, تربيتك, المجتمع اللي بتكونين فيه واللي بتردين له, and طبعاً اسم المملكة وشلون بنحاول أن نقدر نرفع اسمها عالي من بعد ما نخلص كل أيام الغربة خلنا نقول.
ما شاء الله عليك دكتورة.
That was a lovely response. So much to learn from that actually.
Yes, definitely.
Something that I'm curious about is that you wear two hats, one of an educator and one of a marketing professional. Now, if I were to ask you that what is one strategic principle that most organizations misunderstand, what would that one principle be and why?
Looking at it from an academic and a professional point of view, let's say.
Yes.
You might be looking at having more of theory into practice.
Yes.
So what people really misunderstand, as an academic background, we would be always looking to bring theory in place. I come from the school where you must have theory into practice. And I usually do that with my students. So I taught you both, and both of you know that I would always say, go back to theory and try to put it into practice. Now, looking at it from a strategic point of view, when we are putting most of the strategy in our professionalism now, especially when I'm working with the marketing, I always tell the marketing officer and the senior marketing officer, who are also my previous students, to think of the theories that we have studied and implement. in marketing, it's very practical because you'd be looking at segmentation, targeting, positioning. It's the STP. And then you'd be looking at the strategies. What strategy would be working? Other than that, you'd be looking at marketing research. So it's either primary or secondary, as you guys know. So I do believe, again, and I'll restate and re-emphasize, I come from the school where you have to have theory combined with practice. Again, with strategic, it's the SMART objectives that I usually keep on telling you guys that you'd be using them on a daily basis at work. If you do have the correct strategy, you'd be able to give in your KPIs that are needed and achieve them.
True, it's like a full circle moment connecting the dots.
Why would you go for 3-4 years of studying if you won't be implementing any at work?
Couldn't agree more, yeah. True. True.
دكتورة فجر، هل شخصيتك داخل القاعة مختلفة عن خارج القاعة؟
I would be asking you that question. Do you see me the same? I tend to try as much as possible to make you guys enjoy class. So I don't really put a strict or a straightforward rule in class. It depends 90% on how do you guys as students feel. If I do see you guys cheerful and loud, it's the switch of the hat. It's not being a lecturer per se. It's more being a friend trying to pass on the information. I tend to first class diamond to show that there is the lecture, and I do really give the lecturer an assistant professor style in order for me to show you the breakdown and the syllabus, that's it. Although I do not believe that I need to have a strict guideline throughout class, it's more of understanding the students themselves, understanding that they would be having those mood changes and swings, and I need to cope with you guys in order to get the information flowing no matter what mood you are in.
Honestly, I enjoy your class بكل صراحة. الكلاس يكون ممتع ونستفيد منه وتعطينا معلومات أكثر من اللي إحنا محتاجين نتعلم منه، ومعلومات خارجية أكثر من ما يكون بس ضمن المنهج. Thank you.
True. I also wanted to, on that note, ask, we are humans. At the end of the day, we all have our own emotions as well.
Correct.
So has it ever happened that you had a very bad day on campus,
yes,
and in your car afterwards you thought to yourself, maybe I should have chosen a different career path? What brings you back the next morning?
Looking at it, teaching, and whenever I take myself into class and march into a class, regardless of the mood that I am in, whenever I start teaching, it's a mood flip. So I've been into a couple of universities. Most of the students that I have taught would be agreeing on what I'll be saying right now. It's whenever, no matter what's wrong, whenever I march in the class, it's a different mood swing. So if I had a really bad day, getting into class, starting to explain and joking around with my students gets me better. This makes me recall the day that my grandfather passed away.
Allah yarhamah.
There was a final presentation. I came in before going to the cemetery, and I gave in my final presentation and listened to my students. It made me feel better. And regardless of how hard was it, I came for 2 hours, finished what I had to do with my students, and then left for the cemetery and the funeral. So it's the complete opposite. It's not I have to leave academia. It's more of let me find a class and get my mood switched.
Oh, that's lovely.
Great. Yes.
Yeah.
دكتورتنا، نرجع حق الماركتينج، المادة اللي
تفضلي.
تحبينها. ليش برايك أن الطلاب يحبون الماركتينج، التسويق، وفي بعضهم يتخوف من المادة؟
To be honest, I have never seen a student that was afraid of marketing.
Okay.
Probably, if they would be thinking it's more of memorizing, which is not.
Yes.
I tend in my classes to tell you straightforward, directly, do not come prepared or do not memorize anything. That's for the people who might feel afraid. However, for the people who probably like it, I think it's because it's something more of seeing and learning. And we are all living in this materialistic community and society right now. So if you do really get the fundamentals and basics and essentials of marketing, you'd be loving it. Other than that, I always tell you guys, marketing is not only for people to study a brand. It is marketing yourself as well. The more you know marketing, the better you would be knowing how to represent yourself. دايما في صفوفي at the end of the marketing session I do push in bringing together self-branding. Understand marketing to know exactly how will you be bringing yourself about in front of people in order for you to know how to self-market yourself. You're your own brand, so work properly in how to represent yourself.
Definitely.
True, yes. Now, could you maybe share a story of a student who at first struggled, but then had a breakthrough? How did that feel like their mentor?
In a previous university that I used to work in, I had also the student counseling unit. So I had a lot of students that came that were struggling. So I could say I have more than one story to tell. However, it's not a struggle. I'll make it more of a happy story. I do tend to listen to a lot of students. I do tend to try as much as possible to be a caring lecturer. Not only that, but give the excuses that there are. So I had this one student that is a dearest to me and close to my heart. Knowing that I was close to my students, they used to send me certain things that, let me say, personal matters within their lives. So there was this one student that needed some help before the final exam. I gave that help, and the reason was because of his wife giving labor.
Oh.
When she did give birth and etc., I was the first person to get the photo of the baby born. So that was something that I cherish.
A good memory.
I do love to listen to my students. It's good that students give their lecturers some time to listen to them and to understand what they feel. That is the only way that you'd be connected, and the lecturer would understand how to cope with your circumstances, let's say. If we do not really listen to you and live it through, we would not really knowing how to connect. So I always do stress in having in building the rapport that we're supposed to build.
It's lovely how you get to bond with your students on a personal level, like really get to know the person they are and show them the person you are. Because sometimes we just see a professor as a role, but not the human behind it.
Correct.
Yeah, that's lovely.
دكتورتنا، من وجهة نظرك شنو أكثر شيء يميز التعليم الجامعي اليوم مقارنة حق أيام دراستك؟
فرق شاسع. So what I have been through in uni was basically no AI. I could say probably no AI meant تعب أكثر. This does not mean that I am against AI. That's the complete opposite. I'm a lecturer, and you guys know, that is pro AI, go for it. It's there for us to use, however, to use ethically. Not only that, but we have to learn how to use it. So I do have students who know how to use it ethically and correctly, and there are some others that are a bit lost, let me say. So it's about time that we concentrate as lecturers on how we can teach students to use AI in a proper way and in an ethical way in order for us to get them excelling. يعني the thing that you used to take, or I used to take, let's say, to work on in 2 weeks, you guys can do in 1 week. However, with proper measurements and with proper ways of working with AI. So it's only learning the prompts that are required. It is using it in a way that does not put you in a let's say, alarming situation, and to make you realize I did understand and I got AI to help me. So it's basically عصفورين بحجر. Learn how to use AI, know how to use it ethically, and then produce a thing that's 90% correct. I, as a lecturer, خلينا نقول, I like to be lenient with you guys. And I always tell you, if you want the grades, go ahead, get them. However, I need you guys to be on time, punctual, and you do understand. Because the only thing that I want after my class, after you graduate, after you leave my class, for you to remember one thing. والله دكتورة فجر علمتنا 1 2 3. I've seen that and it makes me want to finish in academia. I've seen my students becoming now employees in the marketing department. I like it when they say, دكتورة أنتي علمتينا ذي. It's right. And I could say thank you very much for 2 dear students that are now in the marketing department, Mr. وراء and Ms. دانش. I couldn't reach to what I am now with RUW marketing if it wasn't for them to be in the team and for you guys in the podcast, regardless of the people on camera now or backstage.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
I mean, we hear you. It's all about the perspective where you see AI as the resource. So it's all about teaching the students how to
use it.
Best
Yes.
use of what you
Yes.
have. That's a really interesting perspective. And I feel there are other professors who might not share the same opinion as you just did. I mean, I think
AI is coming,
Yes.
whether we like it or not.
True.
So
true.
it's only a matter of embracing change.
True.
Yes.
دكتورة
We're not
أنت-
supposed to resist it.
دكتورة أنت علمتنا إحنا ما نكون بس we memorize things
Yes.
بس نفهمها، وهاي الشيء بين في الكلاسات إن إحنا نستخدم ال AI. تسمحين لنا إن نستخدم ال AI ولكن بطريقة مناسبة تخلينا نفهم الشيء اللي إحنا نسويه، مو
Correct.
مجرد إنه يكون copy و paste.
Yes.
فإحنا وايد نشكرك على جهودك وعلى التعب اللي تعبتي ويانا علشان إن أنت توضحين لنا شلون الاستخدام الصحيح حق ال AI.
Another important point, it's not only copy and paste and giving it to me and I give you an A. It's more of my responsibility of not to get you humiliated in front of anyone.
True.
If you do stand and speak ChatGPT for an example, or Gemini مثل ما دانش likes it, you would be looking at a couple of words that you might not understand.
True.
So I won't be putting my students under, let's say, the hot seat of someone else asking them what does it mean in their professional lives. I won't like it for myself. That's why I won't like it for my students. So the only way for me to make you properly ready is for me to make you use it. However, put you in the hot seat while presenting and telling you, what's this? What do you mean by this? How do you think of this?
True.
صح.
That's the only way you would be really confident of standing, using AI and explaining it within your own words.
Exactly.
And you did mention what you want your students to walk away with. Now, if we go back to that point again,
Yes.
I wanted to ask, each semester you get new batch of students, and then you know that there is going to be one last lecture with them. So when they walk out of that door, what do you hope that they carry with them?
I tend to have a habit of, I've been teaching probably for 10 years now, so I do have the habit of telling them, to thanking them, of course, and for me to always state إن إن شاء الله تشوفكم في مناصب عليا. So that's the thing that I really wish for. I would really want to see my students taking part in decision making, being entrepreneurs, being role models, and really working with, let's say, the vision now, Vision 2030, that we're really looking forward for, and for them to be good citizens, let's say.
So for you, is that the true sense of achievement?
Yes.
Lovely.
When I do see you guys achieving, deep
It
down
feels
it makes me
personal.
happy. Yes.
Oh,
Although, as I have told you for a sneak peek, I never thought that I'd be ending up in academia.
And here you are, Doctor.
Here am I. Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Proud of you. Very
Thank
proud
you.
of all of my students, regardless of which university they have graduated or will be graduating from.
And we are very happy and proud to be your students as well. No worries.
Dr.فجر, I've got one last question for you. It's a bit of an interesting one. If your teaching style was a brand, like the ones you teach in marketing, what would your slogan be?
Nike, just do it.
Love that. Just do it.
Yes.
شكرا دكتورة فجر على وجودك معنا، وايد استمتعنا بالحلقة والكونفرسيشن معك، وبكذي نوصل حق نهاية حلقتنا اليوم. شكرا لكم، لا تنسون تتابعونا وتشاركونا آرائكم، ونشوفكم على خير في الحلقة الجاية إن شاء الله مع ضيف مميز آخر. شكرا.